Hello parents and welcome back to our virtual school. I want to continue my series with you, showing you how we can make the most of our current circumstances to strengthen the safety line between us and our children. That is, strengthening the connections that show them that we love and care for them so that they'll continue to thrive both now in our current context and into the future. Now, one thing which I really think people often underestimate in terms of value is just the simple act of playing and having a laugh with our children. So when you do that, you really do two things. The first thing is that you show them that you love and care for them because you're putting aside your valuable time and you're spending it and investing it with them. And they realize that. But the second thing that really multiplies that value is that when you play with children, you're doing it on their level. You come down into their world and you're spending time with them, having a laugh. And that's why you see such a wonderful reaction from children when they realize that parents want to play with them. So I really recommend spending some time on that. In fact, we'll be starting a video series starting next week for you. Mr. Barrett is keen to start this series showing you some old-fashioned games and ways to have fun around the home where the children don't have their eyes on a screen but are just running around, having fun, talking to you, and that's going to be a great way to pass the time. So I can't wait for that series. But I thought I would start it a little bit myself today. You see, my family, we have a cabin up in the woods, in the mountains in Australia. It's a lot of fun, but it's quite isolated. So growing up, especially in the evenings, we had to come up with all sorts of creative ways to pass the time. And I wanted to share a couple of these with you because I've got some great memories that have even lasted decades that I spent with my family, and you can create some great memories starting today. So I'll show you two things starting right now. Now, growing up, I didn't have mobile phones, but I did have a beeping device. I don't know where we got it from, but we used it anyway to play this take on hide and seek. There wasn't much space in our cabin, and I don't know how much space you have in your homes or in the apartments, but this is a great way to play hide and seek when you don't have a great deal of space. These days we can use them we can play this game with two mobile phones. So I suggest you take one mobile phone, make a great hiding space for it, and you need at least two members of the family to compete in finding it. But what you can do is every now and then you can call it, let it ring for a few times, give them some clues as to where it is, and then let them hunt for it and see who can find it first. And if they're losing their way a little bit, you can call it back. You can even leave the phone ringing. Young kids will love this one, and older kids will love it too. More than anything, they'll just like running around having a laugh with you. So that's game number one, a little way to amplify hide and seek in a small space. The second thing, I'm actually going to give you a link to explain this one. This right here took me about 5 minutes to create, and it's actually a game board for the old traditional game of Nine Men Morris. Now, this is a really great game. Even older children will love this. I was reminded of it the other day on Victorian Day. Our last Wednesday, the last day of school, was Victorian Day for our Year 4 students. And I was playing this with students and they were having a great time. It only takes two people to play. You just need a game board that looks just like this and some counters, like some coins or some small Lego pieces, and you're going to have a great time. It's kind of like an attack or capture style game that you can play. So I'll send you the instructions on that and you can have a great time. So let's find ways not only to keep our learning going in these weeks, but also spend some relaxing time together, staying active, having a laugh and having lots of fun, and our children will keep thriving. Thank you. I wish you a great day.